Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Long Live the Queen. Somebody requested us another playthrough, so that's what we're going to do. So without further ado, let's just start at the beginning, because there's some things I want to achieve in this one. I've played the game before. Okay, first things first. We start in the mood for expression or animal handling. I want instrument and voice. That's what we want first. We will need those for later. You tap out chiming dyads on a glockenspiel. But we've read most of this. Okay, who's out there? Okay, that's the aunt that made you sterile and that went ending. Anyway. Let's see. I am currently depressed. Now let me remember, I have a little cheat sheet. What does... Depressed is good for the expression, which we do want to do more of. However, next thing I want to probably head for is... presence. Which is that a conversation thing? I forget. I think we need to become... It might be a royal... No, it's a royal demeanor thing, right? So yielding is what we want to head towards. So without further ado... Well, let's go straight for the mood. Go for the yielding. Although that just makes us more depressed, so I don't know. Yeah, extra depressed. Let's do more expression, instrument, and voice again. Okay, this is where we can get the magic lady, and I guess I'll let her stay. This is where we're trying to get the magic much earlier than last time. We need to get rid of the depression, though, fast. Lonely and cheerful. Yeah, let's do the lonely and cheerful. Okay, and then still depressed. However, we have enough instrument and voice, I believe, for what we want later. So now, there's actually no mood that makes you better at economics. So we're just gonna go for economics. Specifically, production and trade. Yeah, trade and production. However order it's in. You learn that even the smallest of villages has a central market where locals can trade what they have grown or made with others who have different skills. You learn that Sunset Bay off the coast of Duchy Mazamba is a prime location for fishing. Then is this the snake one? Yeah, there's a snake. We can try to hold still, but we will fail. Okay, let's see. Still depressed. Oh, I gotta talk to people too, but I gotta get rid of the depression. Well, we're doing economics right now, so let's talk to Juliana real quick, so she can tell us that we need the crystal. Okay, we are now afraid instead of depressed. What can we do with afraid that we would want? Oh, we can get reflexes and maybe some dancing in. Yeah, reflexes and dance. Let me check how much we need. We will eventually... I don't know, we probably won't. You know what, we'll just focus on the reflexes. So I don't think a little bit of dancing is even gonna help, but a little bit of reflexes can go a long way. We now play sports on the weekends. Test of poison failed. You're still afraid. You talk to father. What happened to mom's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? But it's mine. Anyway, still afraid, which is good, because we can just do more economics. Trade and production. You learn that individual peddlers travel between villages and cities, some on foot with packs and mules, others riding horses or wagons. Sometimes different wagons group together to form a caravan. You learn how farmers in the Duchy of Marie rotate between fields for raising crops and fields that lie fallow. Okay, this is where we get the necklace that we shouldn't put on, but we do. Okay, still afraid, but we need more economics anyway, so... Go back to you. Drastic action. Okay, so now I think we're going to have to be trying to get into the place. So that's all unlocked. We're still afraid, but we still need a little bit more trade and production, so let's do those somewhere. The most important trade route in the domain is the Kavala River. It travels through the center of your lands, and almost every duchy contains tributaries that feed into the Kavala, allowing goods to be shipped along it by boat. You learn that most of the domain's iron is mined in Sudbury and transported west by the Gowan River to the Kavala. It's the Duchess of Ursel. Maybe I should go and say hello. Seated beside her is a woman in the robes of a priestess. They are very close together, their hands gently touching as they speak. Looks like she's busy. Okay, and then somebody goes over the hedge, yes. I don't think I can climb. So just call the guards again. I'm slightly angry. Okay. We are afraid. If we attend the service, we'll be depressed. Again. What does depressed give us again? More expression. Must get rid of the depression, actually. Let's see. Depression. That's afraid. I don't mind the afraid that much. Sports makes you angry. The teddy bear, I think, is what we want. Increases yielding, as well as makes you cheerful, aka counteracts depressed. Now we are still afraid. Could get a little bit of dance or something in, but alternatively, let me check. Yeah, this one I looked up some stuff, so. And just trying to remember what happens when. Well, we're going to need foreign affairs eventually. So we could go for that. Just give me a little while to check. Let me make sure it's still recording too. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons, sorry. Okay. Hopefully this isn't boring to watch, since I have to keep looking stuff up, but... Okay, I'm thinking foreign affairs is probably more useful than the reflexes. Well, actually, a little more reflexes couldn't hurt. Okay, you know what? Just a little more reflex. And then the foreign whatever. Foreign intelligence. You are too afraid to focus properly on the subject. Oh, I didn't notice that it had a bad... It's a bad mood for it. Very bad. Towering. We failed to dodge the linen. Okay, still afraid. Which is not the best. We're going for yielding. This increases need... I think this will take care of it. Or are we still afraid? Oh no, still afraid. And it's bad for intrigue, so don't try to do that again. Bad for royal demeanor. Okay. I could do some court manners and all that. Yeah, let's try to get some public speaking stuff. Double court manners. Not in the mood for it, but I think it's more useful to us than more of that. Get crowdfunding for project. Plans to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal and a factory to mold and cast the type. With this system, we will be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now, and to make copies to send all over the world. Test of production plus trade success. If it really works, that could be a very important invention. Invest. We'd be happy to invest in your venture. Excellent. We did something. But now we really need those foreign affairs, so... Might have messed everything up, but we shall see. We need to not be afraid. It's all we really have to do. And this gets rid of fear, so do that. Okay, let's see. We are no longer have a negative to intrigue, which is good, because that's what we need next for an intelligence. Let's see. Intrigue, foreign intelligence. Intrigue, foreign intelligence. The current Duke of Sedna is 26-year-old and unmarried. He might be considered a good marriage prospect for you if you desire stronger ties with the domain of Telas. Yeah, the guy I got the necklace from. Let's see, that's the domain of Shanjia across the sea to the west. So let me make sure I did everything right. Just say foreign affairs, so... Hopefully we're good for this next week. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the County of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. Test of foreign affairs failed. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Marine. If you know anything with the military, I don't want to be a fight. Okay, let me see. What did I fail? Well, don't go back this far. Test of foreign affairs failed. So I did not have enough. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay, wait. What did he ask? Did he have made arrangements with him? I think he's asking if I'm engaged to the Duke. No, at least I knew that, at least. I just like jewelry. I appreciate presents, doesn't everyone? If you say so, Your Highness. I just want to get back to... Might have to reload. I didn't know that we were doing badly. Skills. Foreign affairs. No, it's foreign intelligence. Foreign affairs is history. I should have been doing history. And I can't rewind past this. Oh well. I guess start the game over again. But this time, do it right. Okay. Okay, the first thing we did was dance... No, what's it? No, it was instrument and voice. That's what it was. I just got the wrong thing messed up. It wasn't foreign intelligence, it was foreign affairs. It's a different thing. We ended up afraid and depressed. We didn't want to be. So let's start getting rid of the depression now, before it's a problem. Currently afraid, which will now give us a bonus to agility, so we can get those reflexes. Which will be useful in the far future. We now play sports on the weekends. She can stay. Plus willful. Now I'm mostly afraid. I do want to get that crystal sooner rather than later, though. So we should remain afraid for now. We could do one more bit of reflexes, I believe. And then we could start on the economics. So we still need to do that again. Trade and production. And that's the snake. Try the snake, but fail the snake. Makes us more afraid again, which is not good. In fact, we're very afraid right now. Talk to my father, where's the crystal, etc. Gotta work on that. Okay, we're done with agility though, so let's focus more on economics, because you can do that with anything. Trade and production. Okay. Now we need to talk to Juliana one more time. So we know that we need to get the crystal. That's all taken care of. Do more trade and production, I suppose. Yes. That's where we get the necklace. Okay. We are currently afraid. If we do this, what happens? Still afraid, but we're close to not being afraid, right? Okay, trade and production. I'll need one more point into probably production. And then we can probably get that history out of the way. Yeah, then we'll do foreign affairs. Get the actual foreign affairs this time. Okay, that's where the person climbing the hedge. Do we become angry, right? Not afraid? I hope we're not afraid more. So did that say something? Yeah, maybe you just imagined it. Nothing new there. Okay, let's see. We are currently willful. Now that is fine. I think. Yeah, we can still do intellectual, but now we have access to a lot of other stuff. So instrument and voice was never high enough yet, but we'll get back to that. Let me see what we need again. This is a very weird video compared to the others. I need to keep looking it up. We have enough production and trade. We need more foreign affairs. Then we really need to get on that magic stuff. But in order to get good at magic, we need to become yielding, right? Because first we need the presence. So what do we want to do now? Besides the foreign affairs, we also need... we'll eventually need court manners, so we could get started on that. Now this is where we do the trade thing. No, the trade is next week, perhaps. Let's see, if I get too yielding from this, I'll also become more depressed. So I'll end up depressed again, but then I can get rid of the depressed. That's the plan anyway. I'll keep depressed. So did I research the wrong thing because we don't have enough foreign affairs? Or maybe I had a minus to it and I didn't notice? You know what? Maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Anyway, it says we did foreign affairs. Well, we're still in this. We can't do conversation now, though, so don't do royal demeanor. We still need the foreign affairs. One second longer. I guess we'll just learn about some poison or something. Let's see, 4 years ago, the Duchess of Hellas tried to foment an insurrection in northern Ixion, just over the Galban River border. Not only did that fail, but in retaliation, Ixion pushed troops into southern Marie, and they are still refusing to leave. Okay, so now we know about that situation. So we can do different stuff during that. And yes, invest in the printing press thing. We are currently depressed. Definitely need to escape the depression, but... let's see, one that increases yielding and increases cheerful. Do the teddy bear. Wrong button. Also, I should make a quick little temp save, so I don't need to do everything again if we fail now. Okay, let's see. Now, for next week, we need a lot of presence and real magic. We do not have either, though. But I think it's optional to actually have that, so... It should be fine. At least I hope. What we need is more... Can't do conversation. Just court manners. But now we actually need intrigue and... specifically internal affairs. So I guess that's what we're doing. Internal affairs of intrigue. Since we're not ready for magic in any stretch of the imagination yet. Until you have children of your own, your maternal uncle, the Duke of Merva, is next in line for the crown. And after him would be his daughter, your cousin Charlotte. Yeah, we know all about that. Okay, thank you. The Ixian occupation of the County of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. Foreign affairs success. His sister, the Duchess of Hellas, started trouble in Ixian 4 years ago, so they invaded his territory as payback. Tests of military failed. I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. Must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for diplomats from Ixian and try to come to some arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing. Oh, yes. I just like jewelry. If you say so, Your Highness. Okay, that gave us more willful. It might be bad, because we want to become yielding, but... I think we'll still be yielding. It's fine. Especially if we attend court, right? Well, do we want to be? Yeah. Become yielding. I hope we're yielding now. We are now yielding. So now's the time to go all in on presence. Composure is also useful, though. Let's double up on presence, and then we'll get composure. And then we'll go back to presence, and we'll do both. Actually, in fact, just do both now. We need both for later, so... Okay, the representative from Ixian is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. With the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over. Look, she's new. Or maybe we saw her before a long time ago. The Duchess of Hellas, age 33. She's single. Anyway. Test of Nova history failed. Royal Highness, thanks for granting me this audience. I'm sure you can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones. No, we will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us. You will transfer the rights to this little province. Test of foreign affairs success. It's the Duchess of Hellas who tried to take over part of Ixian's territory without the support of my mother, the Queen. We could be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. Test of foreign affairs failed. Test of foreign intelligence. We could surrender the province, offer them money if they withdraw. We can punish the Duchess of Hellas, or we can bluff or intimidate, or we can execute. Now, bluff/intimidate is where having magic or presence would be, useful. However, we don't have a lot of that. We can't do this if we're getting for the ending we want. We can't surrender or punish the Duchess. We must either give them money or one of these two. I'll give him money. I'm sure he won't need the money later. That is not acceptable. All the land north of the river belongs to us. We are willing to offer some payment in exchange for the inconvenience you have suffered, but nothing more. I believe we could settle the matter for 8,000 golden lassie. That's an awful lot of money. Okay, maybe I don't want to give them money. You know what? Let's just bluff/intimidate. You're trespassing on our lands. You will draw your troops at once. Only then will we have peace. Court managed success. This necklace might convince him that we are already allied with Duke Sedna in the domain of Telas. I don't know if this causes problems, but if it just makes... if I'm just going to lie, then maybe. Maybe this is a good way to do it. As you can see, I already have allies. Do you really want to face both Nova and Talassi? Perhaps not. Yes, I won. Okay. And then when the guy that I pretended to have an alliance with shows up, I'll tell him I'm not marrying him. And I'm sure that will go over fine. Let's see if I can get rid of depression. We need to become willful eventually. In fact, how soon now? Okay, the next thing we really need is court manners. Well, first we need to get the crystal, but we then will need court manners and intrigue. Specifically, internal affairs. Let's just equalize this. Keep the yielding so that we can get presence and composure up. Actually, we'll need elegance too, just because they all need to be to a certain point. So do composure and presence again, then get elegance up, and then we can go all in on the presence, perhaps. Okay, that's the Mott star. Makes us more depressed. So now we need to get rid of more depression. To remain yielding. Okay. Double up on elegance this time. We unlocked the new outfit. Okay, this is where I have to tell him I'm not married. To let him down gently. I'm not married. Beware of your youth, my princess. That is the only reason that our domains are not already at war. It's 26. What? Told the representative from Ixium that my domain was allied to yours. My king was quite surprised to hear it. You're unprepared for the realities of politics. Marry me and I will be your guide, your protector, and your advisor. Affected by yieldingness. Oh no. You're right, it was my mistake, and I should carry the consequences. Hope you will not consider marriage with me to be a punishment. Your Grace, given her youth, surely you will allow some time for betrothal period. Of course, I would never press advantage on a child. Do you have much to do with your coronation to prepare for? If that may be of service anyway, please send for me. Thank you. Oh no, this isn't the ending I was going for. Just attend court real quick. We must go back. Let's not lie and say we're ally. Threatened to attack. My soldiers are poised to destroy you. Withdraw or not. Withdraw now. Then I'm very sorry we're not able to come to an agreement. Guess now we have to fight. I have no military, but that's fine. We must get rid of the depression. It still says we're yielding, even though the depression is also bad. But get rid of the depression. Okay, let's see. Yielding. This is where we had the composure, the composure and presence again. Do that. Succeeded in driving them out of Marie, but it cost you almost a full battalion of soldiers and a great deal of material. We lost 1,032 soldiers. The Duke of Marie will be happy, but we could have done better. We also received a letter informing you that Talaras, Duke of Sedna, will be arriving for an official visit next week. Okay, then I just have to turn him down. Again. Wait, let's get rid of depression. Let's see. Okay, double up on the elegance, and then we're back to where we were, and hopefully we can tell him that we don't want to marry him. But hopefully the yielding doesn't make us have to marry them. What a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Completely declined. I see. I regret the misunderstanding. Okay, let's see. Still yielding. Get rid of Angie. Yeah, sure. Get rid of the anger. Oh, so we have this one. Yay. Okay, let's see. I think I will double up on presents so that we can get the crystal already. And then while we're still yielding, I'll get some composure. And then... let me check my spreadsheet I made. We need to head towards court manners and the internal affairs. But for now, double up on presents. Okay, I think we can get the crystal now. Okay, somebody... oh yeah, this is the lady that murdered somebody. Let's just put her to work this time. This woman failed in her goals. She harmed no one. I do not require her life. If she is kept far away from your sister's court, she will no longer be a threat. We're going to forgive her. I'm indenturing her, not pardoning her. She will serve as a heavy laborer in Northern Musa. She should be made an example of. She should be drawn and quartered in a public square. I have spoken. Gods bless you, miss. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I have more depression. If I sneak out, I will wait. Well, let's get rid of depression then we can start sneaking out. Maybe. Let's see. We still need that instrument and voice skill eventually, but for now... okay, let's put one round into composure and then do court manners. Let me check how much court manners will I eventually need. A lot. Then I'll also need intrigue. Ow. That's funny. I thought owls were nocturnal. This spooky monster. I feel like we got that earlier last time. But anyway, still yielding. If I sneak out, we head towards willful, but the loneliness goes up. In fact, we'll be depressed. I can't remember if depressed is good for what we want. Let me see what depressed does. Actually, depressed might be... okay. We'll try depressed. So we need to head towards willful now. Oh yeah, I should have broke into that thing as well. Anyway. Get the crystal. But anyway, let's see. Conversation bad, so we can't get more court manners like we need, but... there's no downside to the intrigue. So we could get that done. We could also get the instrument and voice up, which is probably what I'll do, because she's in the mood for it. So let me just create another temp one. It's this. I might be cutting it close with some stuff. The Festival of the Good Lady. A public celebration for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. A grand ball, there will be dancing. So we are expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremony of planting, possibly giving a speech. Since you're not crowned, it's not required. It might not be safe. Word has come from the factory for books that you funded. They have assembled enough equipment to begin printing test pamphlets. As their royal sponsor, it is your right to decide the content of the first printing. Test of strategy failed. Anyway, you can do poems praising your mother, pro-lumen propaganda, or religious doctrine. We want the pro-lumen propaganda so that people will like magic people better. I think the people of Nova don't have enough respect for magic users. I want to print pamphlets about lumens. Test of Flora failed, +1 willful. I want to show everyone how magic can do good things. As you wish. There's a letter for you as well. Brioni, the person we went to school with. Her uncle is furious about that trial. She's bored and wants an adventure, etc. Okay. I can get the crystal, but do we need magic right now? I think with what's coming up, what we want is court manners and intrigue more. So I think sneaking out to become willful. Oh no, we're depressed. Really need that conversation to go up. We can finish the intrigue, though. Internal affairs. See, the last Duke of Mead was the older half-brother of the current Duchess. His reign was brief and highly scandalous. Pledged himself as the light fate of the old Duke Ursel, then broke that off only a year later. So, he defied tradition to say that he was in love with a guy, and then broke that off. He retired into seclusion and died still unwed. I see. The Duke of Marie has paid suit to the Duchess of Ursel to no avail. Okay, the Duke of Marie is the guy that we helped by intimidating the enemy and fighting them for him. He paid suit to the Duchess of Ursel, which is our magic teacher. She wasn't into it. The Duchess's brother, so I suppose, as he will inherit if she dies childless. Your agents suspect the Duchess of Ursel is actually more interested in the Duchess of Hellas. Okay, so Ursula is into the Hellas, which is that lady that was the brother of the other. It's a big love triangle thing. Anyway. Okay, do I want to go to the parade? I can't remember if the parade matters or not. I definitely can't do the speech. We could try to lead the parades. Okay, I think that increased willful. That should be good, right? Not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl. Let's see. Test of decoration. Test of elegance failed. Okay, it worked fine. Just, yeah. Okay, we are willful, and I need to go get the treasure. Order the guards to stand aside and walk forward with their head held high. None of them dares to deny you access to your own treasure. And then we go get the thing. It's all good. Okay. See, I think we have everything we need except for the court manners, which I do want to power into, even if we don't have a bonus to it. But then we want to stay willful and get magic and stuff, eventually. Might need more composure as well, eventually. Yeah, but for now, we're going all in on court manners, even though we're not in the mood for it. Let's see, formal dining, ballroom etiquette. Ready for the grand ball. Oh no. I should have read some of that. Okay, let's see. Let me read some of this, just because it might be different. Let's see. Test of presence was a success. That's good. First dance is for us. We do the dance. Everything's fine. Gotta choose the next one. Duke of Kagalis alone has brought 3 sons. Look around to see all your potential dance partners. Test of intrigue plus court manners. Success. No doubt every noble family with eligible sons has dreams of a royal wedding. Your choice will raise some hopes and dash others. Feuds could be born here. The Duke of Kikil has not yet named any of his sons as his official heir, but his second son, Linley, was always kind to you at school. If you wish to show favor to Kigal, Linley would be your choice. The Duchy of Elath is currently held in regency for its young Lord Adir, who is only 12 and a head shorter than you are. Elath is a rich territory, and at least little Adir won't try to take any liberties. Dancing with Banyan, the Duke of Marie, could be quite awkward if you did not actually wish to marry him. He has been waiting years for a powerful heiress to accept his suit. Sweet suit. Not all nobles are created equal. You could choose someone charming and unimportant like the Earl of Mima, a territory too minor for anyone to consider a threat. However, the major families might eat him alive afterwards. If you wish to distract attention from your marital prospects, you could choose someone clearly ineligible. One of your uncles, or an older family man like the Earl of Ishtar, or even a woman, though that would be mildly scandalous. Okay, there's a lot of choices, and at the bottom, examine the women. Examine women. We'll examine the women. +1 pressure, +1 willful. As a queen, few would dare comment about your choice of companions, but until you have provided an heir to the throne, there is great pressure on you to make an appropriate match. That doesn't mean you have to give in. It might be entertaining to see the reaction of Juliana, Duchess of Ursel, my magic teacher, if you ask her to dance with you. Would she be flustered for once? Bryn, the Duchess of Hellas, the other lady that we helped, is an attractive and unmarried woman. What might people think, seeing the two of you together? Test of internal affairs, success. According to rumor, she is inclined in that direction. She's a lesbian. But what does she think of you? The most important woman present after yourself is Orisi, Duchess of Lila. She is unmarried, elderly, and a mother and a grandmother many times over, but might be flattered by the acknowledgement of her status. Or, if you truly wanted to set the court on its ear, you could demand your first dance with a mere servant, a maid, like Alice. The assembled nobles would be outraged. Okay. Okay, Bryn is confirmed lesbian, so we're going for Bryn. Feel deliciously wicked at the expression of shock on her face, but it soon fades into something more ambiguous. Her hand in yours is warm, and too late you wonder if you're playing with fire. And let's see where we're gonna fail the moves. Yeah, fail the dance, right? Anyway, between the dances, there's time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bites of exquisite food. Test of court manners plus flattery failed. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass. Offer compliments to her. Yes, everyone applauds. Everybody's happy. Let's see. I think we've seen all this stuff. Let's see if anything new happens. Test of sense magic failed. Now, I don't know if we succeeded or not. Because of the dance, but it was hard to fill everything in anyway. Anyway, now let's go do the magical transformation. Yeah. Music is still going. Okay, now we would need a lot more court manners. Although it's kinda not required. I'm going all in on magic now. That's what I'm thinking. And then hope we did everything right. We'll know if we did everything right in a second. Yeah, next week, actually. Okay. We need sense magic and resist magic, but then we would also need more after that. Anyway, do those. The bouquet has arrived. The flowers are unusual, long spikes of red, thick with nectar and emitting a strong fragrance. Nothing like the delicate blossoms in most vases. 'Tis of court manners fail, 'tis of poison fail. Who sent them? The Duchess of Hellas, I believe, the one I danced with. Give them to the maid, but no, we shall accept them. Put them on display. I think they look nice. Wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. Oh, this is where he's got the companion. Shame her with silent scorn, insult her with false flattery. I don't think it has a big effect. So this time, let's insult her for something different. Good afternoon, Countess. My, what large breasts you have, putting them on display for any particular reason? Oh, Lodi. Really, my dear, it's not polite to comment on a lady's attributes like that. But you are young, you will grow. Angry. Perhaps we'll see more of each other in the future. She gives a little wave and exits. Give me that look. She's a nice lady, nothing more. Okay. Now this is where we worry about what's most dangerous to us. And we know that there's going to be a foreign threat. However, we're just gonna fight it that normally, I guess so. I guess noble plots, 'cause I don't know if we're gonna be able to take on the rebellion if there is one. Let's do that one. Need to know what the other nobles are up to, and whether anyone is plotting behind my back. As you wish. Okay, we are maximum willful. Which might not be a good thing. Might want to equalize out a little bit. But we still want to be willful for pure magic now. I don't think we have enough magic for what I plan to do, but hopefully it'll all work out. Wield magic. Sense magic, resist magic. Okay, let's do more sense and resist, and then we'll double up on wield, and then go back to sense and resist. Okay, the royal budget. Let's just lower taxes so everybody is happy. Okay, now let's not be angry. Let's see what's coming up again. Yeah, magic. We have the voice and instrument done already, right? Yes, that's good. Need magic. We also need composures eventually. Oh yeah, swords would be nice. There's a lot we could want. Playing sports makes us angry, right? So we can get angry for the swords. Yeah, I guess more magic. Double up on the wield magic. Unlocked an outfit. I won't have time to put it on, will I? Okay, this is what I would want it for. Have to make it kill your wife. The guy that says demons made him do it. Sense magic partial success. I do feel some kind of magic around him. Is it possible he's telling the truth? Juliana might be able to tell me if I can't. Her lumen power is stronger. Yeah, do that. Summon Juliana. Summon Juliana. I wish to consult with my advisor. Please send for the Duchess of Ursa. As you wish. Majesty, can you not see the truth for yourself? It is your mercy that I beg, not the powers of a witch. Does she control this castle as well with the demons that she summons? Several onlookers gasp. Test of composure was a success at least. Wait for Juliana. I rule this castle and I expect to be obeyed. Highness, I stand ready to serve. Without warning, the Duchess of Ursa draws her sword. What? Elodie, get down. The man raises his hands, which begin to glow with the demon's power, or his own. Before he can act, Juliana slashes her sword through the air. A wave of energy sweeps away from her blade, striking the man's upraised arms and shredding his skin. He howls, and his fingertips elongate, forming golden chains that float through the air. Test of wield magic success. You marshal up your own powers and join Juliana in combat. The battle is messy, but brief. Soon the condemned man lies motionless on the ground before you. After a moment, an orange crystal materializes next to his body. I guess I'll have to take that for safekeeping. Test of public speaking plus presence, success. This is why magic is important. This is why the crown requires the power of a lumen to protect Nova from threats that cannot be ignored. And why the crown requires good lumens like the Duchess Versal to train and guide us so that we be ready to defend them. I suspect that only etiquette prevents the assembled court from applauding. Yeah. Everybody loves magic now. I succeeded that very well. Okay. Next is the voice and instruments thing, and I think we're good on that. We'll need composure after that. I can't remember what's good to get composure. Is that more yielding, or is that... I don't know, but let's try to neutralize here. We need to be more lonely and yielding, which this will give. It just also makes us cheerful, but we can counteract that. Try to neutralize. So we unlocked the magical girl of it. But we don't need magic right now, so go back to this one for now. So let's see. We get a minus to... During Willful, we get a minus to royal demeanors. Don't try to do that now. Instead, you know what? I do need to get swords up eventually. But we know how to get good at swords. It's, you know, angry. Check again. Military. We'll need a military eventually, right? I believe so. Because there will be a war. So, strategy. And... naval strategy. Wait, there's a letter for you. Who sent this? It isn't signed. Appears to be a poem describing you in a manner that is entirely inappropriate for a queen. What? With a squid? That's hilarious, or that's terrible. I don't know what I should choose. Maybe I just find it hilarious. It's actually pretty funny. Just then an incredibly unlucky breeze swirls between the windows of your tower bedroom, tugging the paper out of your hands and off into the sky. You stick your head out the window and discover the poem caught and fluttering on the roof nearby. You can almost reach it. I don't know how to climb, though. Ignore it. What's the worst that can happen? It blows off and someone reads it and laughs at you? That's better than breaking your neck. Besides, if you're lucky, it will rain and wash the words away. Okay, I think I actually want to load real quick. Because cheerful is the opposite of angry, and we want to become angry later, so let's say it's terrible. Who writes this garbage? And then it goes away, and we can't get it, so just ignore it. Okay, we can talk to Juliana about something. Which I think I will do, just because I don't know what this is. So I spelled her name wrong. Anyway. Attack an enemy lumen and you win. They leave behind a crystal. Is it possible to combine that crystal with mine to make it stronger? Each lumen can hold only one crystal. The only way to combine their magic is if a living wielder chooses to join its power to another. Oh. So I should destroy other crystals to stop anyone from using them against me. That is the traditional policy, but it is a lie. Lumen crystals cannot be destroyed. Rulers claim otherwise to discourage thieves from seeking dangerous treasures. What am I supposed to do with a crystal then? Guard it, or hide it, or give it into others' hands to wield. But if the last holder of the crystal was an enemy, the resonance of the crystal will work against you. You will be attuned to a personality as foolish or violent or scheming as the lumen you defeated. So anyone taking the crystal would probably become a new enemy. That's useless. A weak-willed candidate might be acceptable to the crystal and yet still controllable. You could then steer that lumen away from dangerous paths, making an ally and changing the crystal's resonance. It is, however, a dangerous endeavor, and one that requires your complete attention. Plus one pressured. Not really a project I can work on while I'm so busy studying for my coronation. Test of lore failed. Well, it's only one crystal. That's not too much trouble. Yeah, the extra crystal from the demon, supposed demon guy. Let me make sure we're not coming up on anything yet. Yeah, we should still be fine for a little while longer. I'd like court manners to get maxed, but it's gonna be hard to do. Wait. No, we're no longer in a bad mood for it. No, royal demeanors. Composure is what we needed, not court manners. I think we've passed the need for court manners. Yeah. So yeah, what we need is composure, and we're in a bad mood for it. So let's do more military then. Do naval and do those two again, and then we can do logistics. Let's see, this is where they pass away, and the other... I am not going to marry a deer this time. But I'll send him to my uncle, and he should hopefully be fine there. What about your brother Armand? He would be a safe pair of hands to watch over Adair, as you wish. Hopefully he lives this time. Okay, we are willful. We can become angry, and that should instantly make us angry. So let's see, if becoming angry is what we want to do. Play some tennis. Now mad. This also has a penalty to royal demeanor, but not as much strong as the other one, so we could do the composure now. Let me see, when do I need the composure? The composure does come up sooner than the military. However, since... the weapons, No, wait, does it? Yeah. But we're not angry very often, so we're doing weapons. Now, swords is what we really need, but we will need some archery and polearms in order to get swords up. I believe. Let me see how much I will need. Okay, let's see. With the amount of reflexes we have, I think I need like 60 swords or something. So we will need archery and polearms to also be trained. Okay, it may seem counterproductive, but we're going to do archery and polearms first. A couple of times, and then we're going all in on swords. And that should make it the fastest. Okay. We learn about a variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd and glaive. She is a musician. Royal Highness, so you remember your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I've dabbled in musical styles from many countries, and I can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings. Immortalize me in words? I wonder if she wrote that filthy poem. Test of foreign intelligence failed, but test of intrigue was a success. Musicians are often used as secret agents and messengers. They can be useful and dangerous. The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute. Test of instrument plus voice, success. It's okay, but nothing special. That might mean she has other talents. Test of intrigue, success. Test her for secret skills. Secret skills. You are familiar with the traditions of many locations, yes? Can you also perform accents? Aye, mum, that I can. What about juggling? I can keep a set of dangers in the air. Dangers in the air. Interesting. I look forward to all that you have to tell me. We'll have to talk privately to see how much she knows, but I think she might be useful. Okay, we can talk to her there. Which is what I think I'm going to do. So, just for what we need is like 20 more composure. We need to get swords to like 60 or so. No, wait. Well, we can go all in on swords, maybe. But then I also need magic and military. So we still got a few things we need to level up. We're approaching the end. Talk to City. Highness, thank you again for the opportunity. Yes, now, what have you heard in your travels? What are the people saying about me? I haven't yet had the chance to play at many noble courts, although I intend to. You are already popular with the common folk of Nova. They put their trust in you. Of course, with me at your side, your popularity can only increase. Never underestimate the power of music. Back to being angry. Okay, we got archery and polearms. Do that again, and then we're going all in on swords. You learn to cut, fletch, and tie arrows. You learn about different styles and sizes of bows. Long, short, and recurve. Practice walking while carrying a long weapon, getting the feel for its size and weight, and learning to maneuver without banging it into anything unintentionally. You learn the basic stances, grips, and positions for staff fighting, and how to block a blow without crushing your fingers. You receive a letter from young Lord Odir. So far, he's enjoying himself with your Uncle Armand in Mazamba. He says the trees look different, and there are a lot more frogs. He looks forward to visiting the lookout fort at Shepherd's Point. You also receive an update from your agents. It seemed the Duchess of Lila is not pleased with your actions and is putting out feelers amongst the other nobles for support. If she means to rebel against you, that is treason. Unfortunately, she's a long way away in her own power base. Calling her to order may not be easy. Still, the longer you wait, the more dangerous she may become. I could send the musician to gather more information, send assassins, or send soldiers to arrest her. This can go bad ways. We could stop the rebellion before it happens. Okay, instead of going straight to murder, let's arrest her. I want to keep the musician here because there might be something more important than that. Gives orders for a military company to travel to Lila and take the Duchess into custody. Will it work? I don't know. We are angry. We want to remain angry, so don't do anything cheerful. No, cheerful is fine. It's afraid. Don't do anything that's afraid. Although cheerful might also. Anyway. You can also become more angry with sports. As you become willful and angry at the dungeon. Honestly, I'm not sure what I want to do. Shame I can't just do nothing. I guess I will become even more angry. Because playing sports is known for making people angry. Okay, go all in on swords now. Wooden sword. You practice slow swings to move your blade to precisely marked targets, building up your muscles and control. You drill with a partner, attacking and blocking in carefully timed patterns. Unlocked a new outfit. Let's see, logistics trail failed. A falling star, pretty. Divination failed. Time has passed, and there's been no word from the soldiers who sent to arrest the Duchess of Lila. Something may have gone wrong. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but oh well. What I need to do is depressed and lonely. Is there a depressed and lonely? Depressed and afraid, which is not what we want, but just get the cheerful down. Keep lonely and afraid. That gives us lonely, but then you know what, explore the castle. You wander through the parts of the castle where other people visit, but there's spider webs. Anyway, we got the tabard, which boosts weapons. Which is good. However, composure's what we're coming up on next, I believe, so go with this one. I think we have enough time to still do more swords. Let me make another attempt save. Also, we might go back to those Sen soldiers if that becomes a problem, but hopefully it'll be fine. Let's see, continue all in on swords. Practice moving with a blade, sidestepping, charging, and lunging. You practice using your blade to disarm opponents or shove them backwards. You spar with a partner, trading blows while looking for openings to take each other. You begin to work with a metal blade, getting the feel for its weight and edge, as well as learning how to care for it. Unpleasant news to report. Okay. That guy I didn't marry is doing bad stuff. Test of economics was a success, though. You have a large number of discretionary funds remaining in the treasury. You can easily handle the situation. Send emergency aid. The Royal Treasury will pay to keep the people fed. Very well. Let's see, plus depressed and plus 1. Where's the depression? Okay, willful, but then we'll be extremely willful. It's hard to stay in the anger. Let's see, lonely and afraid. That would not do. Willful and angry. I could just become more angry. Let's become more angry. I still need more sword power. Let's see, plus 2. Let me read into this. Sorry, just doing it in my head how much that would give us. I think it will give us enough. We can just do weapons once. Then I'll do the court manners. And then we'll go back to willpower and go all in on the magic. And the military and all that. I think anyways. Yeah. Swords and then get more composure. Practice drawing your blade and striking at short notice from a variety of positions. You learn techniques for thrusting your blade through armor to disable or kill your opponent. You learn advanced techniques for holding off multiple opponents at once. Nothing more to learn about swords. At your command, your teacher strikes your palm with a leather toss, and you learn to bear the sting. Yeah. Lady, there are letters for you. Another letter for Brioni. She's bored and lonely. That's right, she's got a party. I'll probably die if I go to that party, though. Some sent regrets. Okay, am I still angry? I am. I do want to go to willful soon, but if I go right now, I will. Let's just still remain angry one more turn, so that we can finish composure. And then we have a bonus to military while angry, so we can go back into that. With some logistics. Yeah. Yeah. This would be a longer episode than the others because I have to keep stopping to read stuff. She's lonely because she didn't get to go to the party. They feel insulted because you wrote a bad letter. But that's fine. Now we're ready to go all in on willful. So visit the treasury. Visit the Royal Treasury and check your available funds. Plus 1 willful. You have 4,978 gold lassie and 52 silver to lassie. Yeah. Back. Now we want military and magic, but what do we want first? Let's do the military first. Let's see. Okay, one more logistics. And then we'll go all in on the strategy and the naval strategy, perhaps. Go. We unlock the outfit. Do that. We now tour the barracks on the weekends. Okay, Civil War time. Good thing I'm doing military. A number of minor earls, the Duchess of Mead and the Duke of Kiko. The Duchess of Sudbury is with Leela. Gwenelle's my friend. Sudbury is completely surrounded. The situation in Hellas Marie is less clear. What forces can she muster, and what are we still holding? Question of strategy. We have that printing factory, right? Get them to write up some sheets to denounce heresy. If the soldiers read those, they might change their minds about following her. I hope it will be effective. Propaganda war. There are ways to increase the number of soldiers. Pardon criminals. Let's not do that. Forces are in motion, but they will take time to reach their peak. Let's start trying to equalize moods. Get rid of the anger. Since we don't need it. We have the military uniform. Military is going to be a thing soon. Check my magic, though. Magic could also be useful. I'm thinking I'm gonna do... Let's do strategy and magic. Strategy and wield magic. Sounds good. So we can use that in the war. So I should have wore the military uniform. I forgot what I was doing. Can I go back a second? Right before all this. I guess not. I cannot go back. Yeah, I cannot go past this. Oh well, I was going to wear the military uniform, but... surrender now and I will be lenient. Agree to marry one of Duchess Lauresi's sons. She will become your regent to guide the domain into stability. You'll be allowed to maintain a figurehead title. What's the compromise? I don't know if I even want to compromise, though. But let's make a save anyway. Refuse. I am the queen. I will not give in to threats. So we cannot come to agreement. Battlefield. I hope I'll have enough time to put on the military uniform, but I think we'll be fine without it. I don't get time to do that. Okay, become less cheerful. Okay, outfit. Put on the military one for now. I think it will be more useful. Okay, lessons. Let's see. Now, naval will be worthless. Let's go all in on the magic, I suppose. Yeah, wield magic. Wield magic. Shape light into images of things that are far away or things that don't exist at all. You learn to create a powerful explosion of light, burning those caught within and blinding others who look at it. You learn how to make use of images to wield your other powers at a great distance. Nothing more to that. We got the war. Control of magic enhances your claim to divine right of rulership. Your lumen powers cause chaos among your enemies with explosive displays and waves of terror. You lack the strength to take on a whole army by yourself, of course, but they don't need to know that. Battles are won and lost, fallen soldiers decorating the landscape. The final outcome is a victory for your side. Forces sleep through. Met with cheers. The ringleader is executed. Everybody else has to pay tribute. My strategy and logistics was not high enough for that, so total casualties were over half a battalion on your side and almost 3 3/4 of battalions on the other side. Of course, there are no more rebel soldiers now. They are once more your loyal subjects. Okay, I think that was adequate enough. Let's continue to become neutral, but we're all in on Willful now. I think the only thing left is, you know, that bigger war coming up, and we got the swords, so... Okay, strategy... really good. I need naval strategy for that other part. You know, being able to climb might be useful too, but I'd rather focus on the magic and stuff and hope that isn't a problem. Okay, naval strategy and sense magic then. Okay, we can have a tournament. Employment is the best one. Chocolate producers in Kigal usually ship goods down the Dnieper River through Ursel, not straight to the capital. This merchant house probably specializes in something else and only traded for the chocolate. They're called the House of Kralat. Okay, save it for later. I don't feel like candy right now. Maybe later. That dang candy box. We'll find out who's sending it eventually. Just you wait. Okay, let's check our skills. More naval strategy, followed by resist magic. There we go, we got 80 of it. Although that might be with the military uniform, I might have to see what happens. But anyway, yeah. Resist magic. Okay, we got the tournament. Participate, and we are actually good at swords. So let's do the fencing. Here the devotees of the blade can challenge each other to duels fought only for points, not blood and honor. You win your first match to uproarious applause, but are soon overpowered by far more experienced competitors. Still, you did very well for your first tournament. All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near queen, you place flower garlands around their necks. All of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. It's Kevin, the Earl of Yule. In one hand, he carries an armored gauntlet, in the other, a sword. My family's blood is on your hands. Arisay, the ringleader of the rebellion, she was his mother. He casts the metal glove to the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing it at you. I challenge you, Elodie, a life for a life. He's challenging you to a duel. Wield magic success. Doesn't he know you could burn him to a crisp just by waving your hand? I could just burn him with magic right in front of everyone. However, that is not a good look for magic. It makes people afraid of it. So instead, let's just duel him. Very well, I will meet your challenge. As the challenged party, you have the choice of weapons. Swords. Bring me your sword. The crowd seems not to realize at first that this is a blood match, not entertainment. Or perhaps they do, and their cheering is all the louder for it. Kevin's rage fills him with great strength, but makes him erratic and unpredictable. Worse, he's armored, and he seems willing to settle for nothing less than your death or his. Fortunately, your exertions in the tournament have drained your strength. Oh no, this might be bad. You could barely keep your guard up. Before you can begin to work out some way to safely forfeit, you have fallen. Okay, we're not strong enough for him. This, you see, is fine, though. Because we can just not go to the tournament. It's not a requirement to go there. Guess I'll just watch from my tower. Minor tragedies revealed. Yes, the chocolates. You asked questions about the merchant house supposedly sent you never existed. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. I hope we'll gain the ability to figure that out. Okay, we can remove the afraid at least. Okay, sense magic and resist magic now. So let me take the military uniform off real quick. So I could have gone into battle with the tabard, and maybe that would have been better. But anyway. Yeah, strategy isn't... strategy's good enough. Let's do sense magic and resist magic then. Excellent. Father wishes to speak to you. It's urgent. Someone I have to talk to first. You wait for the maid to leave, then hurry off to rendezvous with your agent. Your Highness, I had a quiet chat with the workers on the cargo ship which carried the poisoned chocolates. Seems someone was bribed to take that package on board, not in Kiko, but further down the river in Merva. I had a look at the card that came with it and checked it against your correspondence. For a moment you are mildly annoyed that she somehow managed to get into your personal mail and read it without asking you, but then that is the sort of thing you hired her for. And the handwriting does bear a certain similarity to a prominent noble. You won't like this. What is it? Your aunt, Lucille, the Countess of Nyx. What? I can't be certain, and even if she wrote the card, doesn't mean she's behind the poison, but I'd be careful. If something happens to you, who benefits? Who inherits? My Uncle Laurent, her husband. If you'd like, I could travel to the ducal seat in Merva, see if I can find out more. Yes, fine, go. Maybe this is all a clever trick, or a misunderstanding. And Dad wants to talk to me, which is probably more bad news. Okay, the map of the coastline. What? We must fight. Okay, we can recruit more, but I don't think it matters that much. I'd rather have the money for later. Well, you know what, recruit them. Yes, I will be the Admiral. I can't climb the crow's nest, but it should be fine, right? Have your mother's invasion. Yeah, we could potentially destroy it with magic, but we don't. It's not gonna happen. So anyway, naval battle on the way. Let's remove the afraid. Plus, we know who sent the chocolates, supposedly. It was the aunt all along. She was the true final boss. Okay, let's see. I actually think our magic is high enough now. So if there's going to be a battle soon, I should be wearing the military uniform, so we do not die. Let's check. Military. I could double up on logistics. Or just get strategy and naval strategy. You know what, let's max strategy and military strategy. Maybe we can win the naval battle. Nothing more to learn about strategy. You study the difficulty of a sneak attack at sea and ways that it can be achieved. Nothing more to learn about that. Now it's the battle. I was unable to climb, to take a position with spyglass, watching the enemy movements closely and shouting out any necessary changes of plan. To greatly outnumber the Novans, this is unlikely to end well, if only you had more soldiers available. Wheel of magic success. Your skill in long-range magic is good. Actual outcome is not in your favor. Rest of strategy allows you to recognize when the tipping point is passed, and we retreat. That's good. Okay. So we can visit Juliana for some reason, so I will. Psst, I need to talk to you. What is it? That priestess, Celine, she's a lumen. I can sense it. I know. What do you mean you know? If you knew it, why didn't you tell me? You don't need to know. Your job is to manage the domain. Some of us have other duties. Our missions have been passed down for centuries, little princess. Test of lore failed. We are here to train you. You don't need to know any more than that. Order her to explain, or let it go. Let it go. Order her to explain. You're supposed to obey me. I order you to tell me everything you know. That would require more time than we have available. If you survive, you will learn. Gah. Oh well, she didn't tell us. We can double in on logistics. We can maximize magic. You know what? Max out magic. Since that's now the thing that's coming for us. Sense and resist magic. I think we got the battle all good, but let's ensure we do. You learn to detect lingering traces of strong magic from the past, even when the spell is long since completed. Nothing more to learn about it. Resistance to mind-affecting magic. Your understanding of the flow of power gives you increased resistance to damage caused by magic, even without a shield. You can still be hurt, but less than an ordinary human would be. Okay. Gotta fight him, and he's a lumen too. We actually succeeded the first sense magic. Dear little lady, so much responsibility. Got composure, success. It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal. It won't work for you. How little you know, under the right circumstances, resonance can be changed. To gain your power, I'm willing to wage my soul own. Since his power, it's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have? Offer to give him your power, refuse outright. Oh yeah, you can probably offer him that other crystal I have that's stored away. But I'm gonna fight him. So let me make sure everything's recording. Yeah, it'd be very sad if I looked at it now and I wasn't recording the entire time. But I seem to be good. Let's fight. Then I must commence the fight. Magic sword. That's where we did all the sword training. First lunge you dodge it, rolling to the ground, but you recover quickly and strike again. The confined space, he has nowhere to run. Parts his head from his shoulders. You have won. Yeah. Okay. Might as well get more logistics. Since now we're to the point where everything is just... We already won the game, basically. And then we'll see if we got the endings that I even wanted. I mean, you can tell from what I did that one of the things I was going for is making people not hate magic. So, we're going for the people actually like magic endings. Hopefully that's one of the 3 things I was going for. The other was find out who did the chocolates, and we did that. Although we're still in the middle of that. So let's keep going. When you defeated the King of Shanjia, the issue was meant to be over. Practice is not quite so easy to expel a foreign army. Let's see. Yeah, some bandits. Also, we got Tagami's crystal too. We have 3 of them now. Including ours, anyway. Your musician agent has returned from a mission to Merva. I have a great deal of news to report. Everything we suspected was true, and worse. Were you aware that your Aunt Lucille is a lumen? She what? I found her journals. They were in code, of course, but no match for my talents. Your aunt intends to take over Nova and rule as an unstoppable mother-daughter lumen team. Charlotte is a lumen? No, your aunt intends to give her your power. And your crown. Where are the journals? I want to see them. If I had taken them, she would know her secret was exposed. Then there's no proof. Proof is a thing that rarely exists, Your Highness. There is always doubt. If this is true, then she has to be stopped at once, whatever the cost. If it's not true, I would be attacking my own best support, my family. Well, because of the other endings, I am pretty sure she's guilty. I believe the bard. So, decide Lucille is guilty. Thank you for your services. Go now. I will deal with this. You'll now have to decide what to do about the Mervyn Serpent's Nest. Was Uncle Laurent involved in this, or was it all Lucille? And Charlotte, how much did she know? I can execute Lucille only. Execute Lucille and Laurent. Execute Lucille, banish the rest. Execute the entire family, or banish the entire family. This is a good question. Well, I don't want to execute everyone. Seems a little harsh. But her husband might be in on it, so maybe I should kill them both. You know what? Execute both of them. The heavy heart to sign the orders. Kill my aunt and my uncle. Okay, let's see. Uncle-in-law? I don't know. Somebody's my aunt-in-law. Maybe they are related. I don't know. Anyway, let's become less depressed. Now what? I could max out logistics if I wanted to. I could get some intrigue so I actually know stuff. Okay, let's do logistics and pole arms, perhaps. That seems sweet now. Or I could just do... Well, let's max logistics and also... Yeah, do the pole arms, I guess. I don't think we need any other skills. Learn how to delay the advance of an invading army by disrupting their transport and communications. You practice standard attacks and sweeps with a long staff. You practice sparring with a partner using a staff. So we're talking about how we used to just be... Okay, extravagant feast. Why not? Yeah, everyone. Get rid of the... No, we can only get rid of angry. Oh, we are a little angry. Get rid of the angry. I guess... pole arms and archery. I'm just giving myself all the weapon skills, because why not? You learn about caring for your bow, how to store it between uses, string and unstring, and check for damage or wear. You also learn that you should never fire a bow without an arrow on the string. You strap on protective gear and practice gripping, drawing, and anchoring the bow before finally loosing a shot. You practice special techniques with a staff, such as twirling it or using it to vault. You practice basic techniques with a long spear, controlling your thrust to penetrate specific targets. Okay. Test of decoration failed. Oh, wait, 1 second, that was important. Others are more interested in the subject of your marriage. Whoever you decide to marry will be elevated to the highest ranks of the nobility, which could mean a major shift in the balance of power. Therefore, everyone is talking about the top candidates, even though you're under no obligation to marry so young. Teleris, the Duke of Sedna is one option, certainly expressed interest in marrying you earlier. Your union would bring stronger ties to the domain of Telasi and improve the situation along the Elath border. However, your earlier rejection of him would seem to make that less likely. Then there's Banyan, the Duke of Marie, a powerful and eligible noble, only about 10 years older than you. You've received an interesting proposal from Banyan's sister Bryn, the Duchess of Helios, the one that gave us the flowers. She suggests that if you marry her brother, she might then wed your father, in which case she'd be able to see you more often. There's Karen, the new Duke of Lila. He's close enough to your age that you remember meeting him at school, when he was already becoming quite handsome. Lila is a powerful territory, and he has family ties to much of Nova. It would be a good match. Except, of course, that you're responsible for the death of his mother. There's Kevin, the Earl of Yo. Although he's only an Earl, his family connections could make him politically useful. Yeah, he kinda hates me. Anyway, there's little Adir, the eventual Duke of Elath, although at 12 he's only a child. At least he's almost old enough to understand the concept of romance. Some people think you ought to marry Gwenelle's half-brother Siet, who hasn't even turned 9 yet. There are 2 or 3 minor earls around the age of 20 who might be passable alternatives. And of course, you could decide to ignore noble traditions entirely and marry a commoner, if you were prepared to deal with the uproar. While you will need to marry eventually, you are still very young. You could put this decision off until later. However, a clear succession contributes to stability of your domain. Are you leaning towards any option? Well, the lady that gave me flowers wanted me to marry her brother, so let's do that. He seems nice anyway. There's no time to pursue that thought at the moment, but perhaps in the future. Get rid of depression. Okay, more skills that we're just doing for the fun of it. Let's do archery and polearms again. You practice shooting at clearly marked targets across a flat field. You practice shooting at targets of different shapes and sizes in mixed terrain. You practice basic swings with a halberd, building up your arm strength while learning to control the movement. You practice sparring with a wooden halberd versus a wooden sword, learning the dangers of overextending or allowing your opponent in too close. Yeah, all that stuff. It's the last time you would ever see him. 15 years old now, a legal adult. Then we got the coronation. People of Nova, I give you Elodie, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all? Long live the queen. Thank you, I will. Once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Kelleris. He soon became engaged to Brynn, the Duchess of Hellas. Okay, so that's what we agreed to. She will marry my father. With the danger of a rogue lumen weighing on their minds, the squad sent to deal with Lucille, Countess of Nyx, opted to strike quickly and without warning, aiming to eliminate her before she could bring her powers to bear, kill on sight. The massacre was bloody but brief. Sadly, it was impossible for such actions not to be highly traumatic for the children, Elodie's cousins, who were left orphaned. A government minister was appointed to manage the domain until one of their heirs was both old enough and stable enough to assume the responsibility. Following Elodie's victory over the Shanjian king, the public opinion of lumens rose to a height that hadn't been seen in 100 years. Young children would dress up and play at being magical kings and queens. Freed from the need for secrecy, the Duchess Juliana and the Priestess Celine were able to announce their shared magical powers and their love. At Elodie's prompting, the lovers pledged their devotion to each other in a private ceremony, after which Celine retired from the priesthood to accompany her wife to Ursul. A lesbian marriage. As neither of them intended to bear children of the body, Juliana made arrangements for her niece Brioni to be declared the next heir to the Duchy of Ursul, as well as the inheritor of her crystal. Brioni's mother, Corsandi, hoped that the training necessary to make her flighty daughter into a future magical girl warrior would keep her out of war's trouble. Also, she is dressed as Sailor Venus. For some reason. Fascinating. After the failed invasion, relations with Sanjia remained tense. Yeah, let's see. That's the same as last time, but Sanjia's queen is not happy with us. Elodie proposed marriage to Banyan, the Duke of Marie, and was accepted. They were attended at their wedding by Elodie's father, Jocelyn, and Banyan's sister, Brynn, who were themselves recently wed. The complicated family entanglements continued through the years. Brynn and Elodie developed a close friendship and were more often seen with each other than their respective husbands, and their children considered themselves more siblings than cousins. Which meant that the future Duke of Kelleris would be Elodie's half-brother, nephew, and pseudo-stepson, all at the same time. Nice. The invention of the printing press sparked the beginning of a new age of literacy and knowledge. No longer were books the sole preserve of the knowledge and wealthy. Now information ideas could be easily passed from one place to another. As the birthplace of this invention, Nova was at the center of a storm of change. Elodie's interest in military strategy led her to treat country management as something of a game that she intended to win. That meant building up Nova's strength to the point where no invader could ever threaten its sovereignty again. And thus Queen Elodie's legacy stretched into the future. Long live the Queen. The end, everyone. Okay. So we finally got an ending where everybody was happy. We figured out who did the chocolates. People didn't hate magic. We got more literacy. We did this weird marriage thing. To be with our lady lover by marrying her brother and stuff. Very interesting. So yeah. let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. And also liking and subscribing are appreciated, as is sharing. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day. Thank you for watching. See you next time.